Hey, what up everyone? I'm Cynical, and this is Gems of War. And today we have a couple teams, mostly for the World Event and the Faction Assault. So it's Tuesday. Today is the Faction Assault for Frostfire Keep, and we're going to continue with the World Event. I'm going to show you a team that doesn't use the Mythic. Plus, right now I'm showing you the same team I was using yesterday just to show it continued to work. So here is the guard's avatar team, and then I'm going to sub in a lower rarity troop and give you another option for the world event. I also want to talk about a few things I kind of loose ends from yesterday. So first of all, I forgot to cover the campaign on the video yesterday, but it's kind of like, they're like, as Lootwizard was saying, I was watching his video after I did mine yesterday, and he was saying it's like chores. They're just like little chores that you do that you don't really want to do, like taking out the trash or whatever. And it's kind of like that, and I can tell it's getting harder and harder. Like, they made us do like difficulty 3 this week. They're probably going to make you do 4 next week, 5 the week after, 6 that week after. So be careful if you buy that Elite Pass. That's why a couple of us are waiting and seeing and not buying it yet, because you never know what they're going to make you do on that last week. You could be doing a difficulty 12 Explore. You could be doing a level 500 Delve. You could be needing to use 5 Vault Keys. You never know. Because this week they made us use 2 Vault Keys. If you didn't, they made me kill treasure gnomes, so I used a Vault Key. So I thought, okay, there's that Vault Key they're going to make us use this week. And then the very last, like, silver was to a safe cracker, and I had to use another Vault Key. So I'm glad I saved 2 Vault Keys. And there may be another way to kill treasure gnomes, but I used a Vault Key on that, thinking, oh, there's the Vault Key they're going to make us use this week. And then the very last task was to a safe cracker, to use another Vault Key. So I had to use 2 Vault Keys this week. I had to use some event keys, like, I forget how many, 3 or 4 or 5, something like that. They made me use summoning stones again, which wastes jewels. So they're wasting your jewels, they're wasting your event keys, they're wasting your Vault Keys. Like, I don't want to use them when they tell me to. I want to use them when I want to use them. I want to save my jewels, like for either celestials or weapons or whatever. I want to save my event keys for certain weeks to try to go after certain mythics, which I'm going to be doing on Friday. We have a new mythic, and it's not very good, but I'm going to also throw event keys and try to get Will of Nisha, which is the other thing I forgot to do. Is during the event key drop table, I forgot to mention that Will of Nisha is also available, but she's not that good, so it wasn't that big of a deal, but I just didn't show all, so whatever. But anyway, this first team, I already showed it anyway, but it's still working, as you can see, one-shotting. Eventually it doesn't one-shot, but with Sir Quentin Hadley, you just cast him and like you do some skulls, and it's still pretty easy. This whole event is the medals. Don't really worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. If you don't have Guard's Avatar, I'm going to show you in a second something you can use that's not a mythic. But also, the other thing I forgot to mention was that the Vault is this weekend, and it's because my spoilers are all screwed up, and everybody's sending me different links to different spoiler things, and I haven't checked them out yet, but I'm going to. And yeah, so there's Vault event this weekend. Just so you know, it's Tuesday. I'm letting you know Tuesday morning. There's a Vault event on Friday. New Mythic on Friday. And the campaign was, like, annoying this week. I got it done. The only good thing about it was I got 2 magic out of it. All the rewards were duty. Like, you got, like, 240 glory, 10 major stones, like, 2 runic stones, and, like, it was horrible. Like, the rewards are terrible. That's the only good reason to do the Elite Pass, is the rewards are better. But like I said, you gotta be careful, because you don't know what they're gonna make you do those last few weeks. What if they want you to use like 10 Vault Keys in the last 2 weeks and you don't get them? There's no Vault event or something. I don't know. What if they tricked me again with the or they tried to trick me with the dungeon again? It was like very late in the tasks. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do my dungeons or adventure board. I'm gonna wait as long as possible. And yeah, it was like one of the last 2 or 3 tasks on one of the it was probably like a silver or bronze or whatever, but yeah, it's kind of annoying. I don't really like the campaign so far, and I'm probably not gonna buy the Elite Pass, to be honest. And I just want to warn people that do buy it that it doesn't automatically mean you're going to get mythics and pets and weapons and all that stuff. It just means you'll have a chance at doing, if you do every single task, then you're allowed to get it, you know? But supposedly in this world event, you do the highest level first. I don't know why it keeps switching back and forth between doing the highest level and the lowest level, but I just believe what people tell me. So somebody told me to do the highest level, so I think they heard it from somebody else. I don't know if they ran any experiments on it or anything, or did any testing. But yeah. So I'm just whatever they said I'd do the highest level first, so I do the highest level. But my replacement for Guard's avatar is King Mikhail, and he was working pretty good. He doesn't one-shot or anything, but with the team here, sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. He's a really good tank. Um, he hits all enemies, so you can cast him like twice, so he'll clear them out. If you can't, then cast Sir Quentin Hadley, and yeah, he was working pretty good. I never got in danger really. I don't think I lost him ever. So definitely a decent replacement. And if you don't have King Mikhail, I was trying. I attempted to use that Strigic troop that does scatter damage, and he can't one-shot, but you could use that if you really don't have King Mikhail for whatever reason. He's just a legendary. Is he an underworld legendary? I don't know. Hold on, let me pause and check. No, I guess there's not an underworld, but anyway, legendary instead of a mythic. You really want to get, if you don't have Sir Quentin Hadley, like I said, this is the metal. Just do like 3 Strigics and a prismatic orb or something, or do dancing daggers, and you know, you'll be fine. Dancing daggers in first slot with Titan, the Glory Troop, and whatever else you got. Sir Quentin Hadley's the best part of this team though, because he starts him with 50%. But yeah, I tried the Strigic. It does work. Like, it wasn't one-shotting or anything, and it wasn't really like two-shotting either, so I wouldn't use them for, I don't know. You could probably use anything there, really. But King Mikhail, not a mythic. Sir Quentin Hadley, not a mythic. Nobody's a mythic on this team, so hopefully you have all the troops you need, especially Sir Quentin Hadley. But King Mikhail was a decent replacement for the Guard's avatar. So hopefully nobody gets all mad at me because I'm using a legendary and saying that I have a no mythic team, but I mean, it's the truth. Legendaries are easier to get than mythics. I know they're not super easy to get, but way easier to get than mythics, that's for sure. You can pretty much just throw event keys at Urskaya and get it. So it's not that hard. But yeah, it was working well. I used it for a little bit here. I think I had like 5 or 6 sigils. I used King Mikhail, and it's later on. Like, I cleared out all the early battles with Guard's Avatar. So here's what I'd recommend if you have, if you don't have Guard's Avatar. I would recommend maybe starting with Strigic. I don't know. King Mikhail would just all the way would be better. But I don't know. Nah, I'd probably just do King Mikhail the whole way. And he destroys a row, so that like takes out 3 whole rows. So you can almost get him back up pretty quick. So if he doesn't one-shot, you can do it again. Plus he gets enraged, which adds to the skulls that he, you know, that's Sir Quentin Hadley. Make sure you line up the just the between the Glory Troop and Sir Quentin Hadley, like their alignments. Just make sure you get their alignments. I think Sir Quentin Hadley turns green to skulls, and the Glory Troop, Sapphire Knight, whatever he's called, turns blue to yellow or something, which our whole team uses yellow, so that's good. Sir Quentin Hadley can line up some green with skulls and do some skull damage, because the metal also gives percentage to skulls, not just spell damage, so you could go down a skull route if you want to. I didn't do that because I felt like the spell damage was easier to and faster. Like with skulls, you have to at least cast it 2 or 3 times because it's just dealing damage to one troop, sometimes 2. But with the spell damage, you can hit everyone, and most of the time it only takes like 2 casts max, especially with Guard's Avatar. So what I'm going to do is probably go back to Guard's Avatar and Sir Quentin Hadley and just keep going with that with the Sapphire Knight. I was using Paladin for a little bit because he gives extra bonus to yellow while I wasn't using Sapphire Knight. So like very early I was using Paladin instead of Sapphire Knight because I get extra yellow. I was trying to get Guard's Avatar up like as soon as possible and make sure like everybody was contributing to the team. I also changed the hero to Knight. That way it could start with half mana. Just like by using the Sir Quentin Hadley fully traded. I changed my hero to Knight. That way it would start with half mana also, as well as with everybody else. So those are the changes I made. Instead of Guard's Avatar, King Mikhail in first. I changed to Knight so I could get the half mana start on my hero. And that's about it. I tried Strigic. It wasn't great, but it didn't die or anything. It still worked. But yeah, if you don't like any of that, go ahead and just do some sort of skull. Maybe put the Doomed Axe in first slot with your hero with Titan or Knight, and then use Sir Quentin Hadley with changing skulls into green into skulls, and your axe is changing like purple into skulls, and just do whatever because the metal is the team. Like it's not that big of a deal. These are just like here's some that this is what I'm using. It's working. I never lost. I never died. Here you go. These are the teams I'm using. This is what I think you should do. If you don't have these troops, do some sort of skull spam. Whatever else. You should be fine, honestly. Dancing Daggers, Doomed Axe, King Mikhail, even Paladin. If you want to use like 3 Paladins or something. Use 3 Strigics, use 3 Paladins, use 3 King Mikhails with your hero, with Doomed Axe or Dancing Daggers. Like, you'll figure it out. It's not that big of a deal. Or use one of mine, like King Mikhail, Sapphire Knight, Sir Quentin Hadley, Prismatic Orb with Knight. That's what I used. But here we have the faction event for Frostfire Keep. Blue is one of the color restrictions, so we can just use the King Gobtruffle team. If you need King Gobtruffle, go down to Amnithrax and throw chaos shards at the portal. And if you don't have King Gobtruffle, you need to go get it. You need to like make that your goal in life, because it's an awesome team you can use everywhere, and it's easy to get legendary. Some people get scared when they see that it's a legendary troop, but I can't stress this enough that Underworld legendaries are way easier to get than normal legendaries. So it's more like in between. It's not an epic. It's almost as easy to get as an epic, honestly. It's somewhere in between a legendary and an epic. It's like a epicdary. I don't know how to. Let's try to mix them together. A legend epic. It's a legend epic. It's that easy to get. Like, it's easier to get than a legendary, but a little bit harder to get than an epic. It's a legend epic. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway. Remember, Final Fantasy VII Remake tomorrow morning. Probably should have said that at the beginning of the video. But, oh well. Yeah, and I'm really happy with that, man. I think last I saw it was over 1.6k. I just hope it continues. Like, my only apprehension now is that a lot of people watch the first one, and then maybe they won't check out the second one. And I've seen that happen with other channels before, too. Like, the first video always gets the most views, and then people fall off every video thereafter. As long as it's not like a cliff, I'll be good with that. If it's still like 50 people each video, that would be amazing. If it's like 100 or 200 each video, then that would be okay, I guess. But any more than that, then I'm going to be like, I don't know. I'm happy with the first one, so that's all I can say right now. But I'm apprehensive. I'm waiting and seeing still to see what happens tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'm hoping. Like, I keep saying 10 a.m. and then watch me like oversleep tomorrow. But I think I'm gonna maybe record it tonight and try some post commentary. But I don't know. We'll see. I think live is better. But yeah, like, share, subscribe. Hopefully you got something out of this. Use one of those teams or whatever. It doesn't matter. The metal is the team. And yeah, consider joining. It really helps. Final Fantasy VII Remake tomorrow, 10 a.m. Wednesday, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.